2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the WNBA.
Hey folks, welcome into some WNBA action on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Indiana Fever in this one as they go up against the Connecticut Sun. I'm Blake Suniga, and with me at the broadcast table are Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi. Over the years, we've seen rules and format changes adopted by the WNBA that eventually end up in the NBA.
Yeah, the W is really ahead of the NBA in those respects. How about the play-in tournament that we've seen that everyone loves in the NBA? It was inspired by the old WNBA playoff format.
Lots of talk about, maybe a mid-season NBA tournament, very similar to the Commissioner's Cup as well. The WNBA always at the cutting edge when it comes to pro basketball.
Now here's Robinson. Makes it off the glass.
The MO for Robinson on these pick and rolls, get to the hoop, take it yourself. She smells baskets.
And it's so nice, we gotta see it twice. How about that mobile one drive?
Well, as an offensive player, you always want to put pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about.
Here's Williams. Fader on the way. Jones, no good. About a minute into this first quarter. Now here's Hull. She's guarded by Williams. Got a piece of it. Williams with the steal. In transition, here come the Sun. The three-pointer, no good. Here's the Fever with the ball. Outside Robinson. Softly drops in the floater.
Credit to Robinson there, guiding that ball into the hoop, not allowing the taller players in the lane to swat it away. Looking back to the last decade, the 2010s, it was an up and down 10 seasons for the Connecticut Sun, winning one playoff round in the first 7 years of the 2010s.
And that one's good. Jones.
A rugged competitor who never fears a challenge. Jones can finish despite contact.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Back to Robinson. Victoria Vivian's on the wing. Here's Egbo. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there. And for Connecticut in the 2010s, they were really good in the back half of the decade.
Yeah, 20-plus wins in the final 3 years of the 2010s, culminating with a finals appearance in 2019. The Sun franchise is really turning things around.
That free throw, no good. Doesn't get the second.
Basketball is life in the state of Indiana, from high school to college to pro. They just love the game at every level in the Hoosier State.
Here's Heidemann. Back to Bonner. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the elbow. Egbo pulls it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. She's not the player to give open looks to, but they got away with it that time.
Playing in basketball-crazed Indiana, the Fever have a great following, and you'd expect nothing less.
Yeah, for sure. These fans are awesome. They're loud, and they really know the game. Indianapolis has to be one of the best stops in the entire league.
Now here's Hull. And Hull gets the whistle that time. That is the first foul of the game.
Terrific defensive play. cut her off,
Emma
squared up. Nice play.
Yeah, and that's showing some toughness on defense, getting physical, sticking her nose in there, and making a play.
And here's Thomas. Bonner outside. Pass to Heidemann. Here's Jones. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot two.
Foul, teams first.
Endless
First
energy
team
from
foul.
Jones. Plays hard the whole game, constantly putting pressure on defenders.
Well, at 6'6", Jonquil Jones has such a unique skill set. She's led the league in rebounding, and she's led the league in blocks. Plus, she's finished top 3 in three-point shooting.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one drops, so they lead by 1. And the MVP, Jonquil Jones, really a unicorn in this league.
Jones is absolutely a one of one. Everybody wants three-point shooting. They want rim protection. Well, Jonquil, she offers both. But beyond the skills, Jones is a great leader, a cornerstone for this franchise.
That's also good, so she hits them both. And so many talented players in the league. Anyone you think that gets overlooked?
Maybe not overlooked, but Nneka Agumike sticks out to me. Didn't get named to the United States team that went to Tokyo, despite clearly being one of the best in the world.
And for me, it's Alicia Gray, because you simply can't quantify what she brings with her defensive intensity.
Victoria
And when you look at gritty
Williams.
players like Gray, they deserve more props.
Now Clouden. Carrington with the ball. Jones. And that one drops for her.
Nice feed as Carrington finds a teammate with an even better look. That's just good offense.
Pass to Cannon. And here's Vivians. Egbo. Guarded by Jones. Here's Egbo. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Victoria Vivians for 3. That shot missing. And it's the Sun taking it the other way. Bonner outside. Pass to Clouden. The 3 ball. And the rebound goes to the Fever. Now here's Vivians. Here's Henderson. It's deflected, and she gets it back. That one off the back iron and out. The Sun with the lead. Jones left side. Bonner. No good on that shot. Now Indiana takes it the other way. Here's Cannon, covered by Carrington. Tipped. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And a foul
Indiana
called on the
foul.
shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot
First
2.
personal foul, teams first.
That one on Henderson.
Second team foul.
Continuing to work on her game from the line, Carrington brings great intensity for her team.
And this is her first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
And she knocks down the first one. Both good at the line. Indiana trailing. They really want to find that igniter here.
That's right. Their offense is ground to a standstill.
Maybe you need to suit up, Tim. They need a spark. Now here's Henderson. She's tightly guarded. And so the first quarter in the books.
With the score.
The Sun on top,
10.
up 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
All right, fans, let's hear it for your Connecticut Sun Dancers.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take on the Sun so far?
Strong effort by them defensively. Good pressure being placed on the offense and the ball.
Absolutely. They've been the more intense team, and their defense has been swarming early on like a beehive.
Here's Robinson. Pass to Egbo. Robinson. She's covered by Sims. And here is Robinson. Clock at 4. The high post shot. Carrington grabs the board. And Connecticut has possession. A 4-point game. Rejected by Danielle Robinson. And she recovers it. Now Robinson. Pass to Angsler. Back to Robinson. Angsler. Hull with the ball. She's guarded by Williams. Right side, Robinson. It's good, and she drew the contact on the shot, so she'll go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
In this league so many years, the experience Robinson brings to her team is invaluable. Sets a strong example for younger players to follow.
Here's Heidemann. Pass to Bonner. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and she'll one more at the line.
One of the all-time great players in Phoenix Mercury history, DeWanna Bonner. She spent her first 10 seasons in the Valley of the Sun and won 2 titles.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And DeWanna Bonner was incredible with the Mercury, consistently great.
Well, Bonner, she started her career coming off the bench, winning 3 Sixth Player of the Year awards, averaging double figures every season with the Mercury.
Now here's Hull. Quiet so far offensively, searching for her first points of the game. Here's Egbo. Guarded by Jones. Oh, no good. Pass to Heidemann. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Thomas, good.
It's tough for defenders to neutralize Thomas's impact. She plays every game like it's her last, and I think you have to admire that if you're a fan of basketball or really sports in general.
The 3. And Angsler gets it to go.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
And the Sun call time here. Outside Williams. Pass to Jones. Bonner. Thomas, covered by Smith. Thomas, no good. Indiana with the ball, trailing by 5. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Robinson with the ball. Williams there. Robinson, shot's good.
Robinson.
Well under 6 feet. Danielle Robinson, she doesn't care about her height. She can score from everywhere, including down low.
Here's Heidemann. Back to Williams. Beyond the arc. Robinson grabs the miss. Now here's Hull. She's guarded by Williams. Angsler with it. Back to Robinson. Smith. 6 to shoot. And good. Coming off the assist by Danielle Robinson.
Selective in when she takes threes. Smith is effective from deep, and that really helps this team with spacing.
Pass to Heidemann. Bonner with it. Now Heidemann. Outside Williams. Shoots over Angsler. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
The shot was there for her. She had to take it. And I don't care if she didn't convert. She should take it again next time.
Now here's Smith. And that misses. That would have put them up. Bonner right side. Here's Thomas. And it's going to be 2 free throws. True contact on the shot.
Second personal foul.
Yeah, with
Second
strong
team foul.
mental and physical preparation, Thomas is able to keep her composure and really just do her thing out on the court.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses.
A physical point forward, Thomas shows a complete game. She can rebound, defend, and she's a monster on the break.
So she comes up empty, missing both. And with the chance to keep this run going.
They're operating very efficiently.
Look unstoppable.
Assistant.
Physicality not bothering Robinson. In fact, it seems like she relishes the chance to stick it to defenders.
Now a timeout called by Connecticut.
And I think the coach is watching a lot of shots they normally make rimming out, and it has to be frustrating. Maybe see if they could create some scoring opportunities at the free throw line.
That may be the answer for them, but you know, ultimately, I expect them to shoot their way out of this slump.
Fans, let's hear it for your Connecticut Sun Dancers. Checking in for your son, Joyner Holmes, Odyssey Sims.
Carrington. Here's Clouden. The offensive rebound. Jones can't hit. The Fever with the lead. Here's Robinson. He's got 11. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots.
Well, you allow someone to get to the rim like that, and really that's the only option.
Yeah, free throws are always better than a layup. I would agree with that.
And this is her second trip to the free throw line. The first one falls. That misses, so she splits the free throws. Connecticut trailing, and they've been struggling here offensively.
Bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Jones. Will it go? Off on the layup.
The D was ready for her that time, and they had to be. She is strong in the paint.
Now here's Robinson. She's covered by Sims. To the middle. Egbo. Basket is good. The assist from Danielle Robinson.
When you have played in as many games as Danielle Robinson, your eyes light up when you see the open player.
Outside Sims. Plowden. Puts it up from 17. That shot off.
And you can just feel the desperation now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
They're clearly frustrated, and it's understandable. I mean, they're on the wrong side of a monster run.
And they got to just settle down, stick to the game plan.
Yeah, keep your composure.
And the bucket counts, and she's on her way to the line to try to make it a three-point play.
One shot.
And that one misses. Gets it off. The shot, no good. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Fever ahead. They're up by 3. And we'll see you right after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Nice game. Amazing performance by Robinson.
The way she attacked the rim in the first half was absolutely remarkable. The defenders need to start building walls inside, doing whatever they can to stop her from getting to the rim.
Easier said than done when she's the penetrator. Look, her speed and agility make her an extremely tough cover.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half to get underway. Pass to Hole. Robinson. To the wing on the left. Smith inside. Thomas on her. Smith, no good. Outside Williams. Pass to Heidemann. Thomas, right side. Over Smith. Thomas, no good. Now here's Robinson. She's got 11. Good for another bucket. She's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
It's Robinson doing damage once again. Here's a rare guard who can light it up without shooting a ton of threes.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
Oh, a drive like this can really shift the entire outcome of a close game.
Now here's Bonner. Clock at 6. And out of bounds, the Fever will take it.
Fever ball.
And here is Robinson. 13 points in this game. Inside, here's Vivians. An easy 2 points on the layup.
A very capable passer. Robinson moves the ball well out of the really either guard position.
Outside Williams. Up top Jones. And the layup's good off the glass.
Such a well-rounded offensive player. She's got a little bit of everything.
Now a timeout called by Indiana.
All right, fans, let's hear it for your Connecticut Sun Dancers. Fans, let's hear it for your Connecticut Sun Dancers.
Here's Hull. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Outside Robinson. Pass to Smith. With the fadeaway. No good that time. And Connecticut will come the other way. Outside Williams. Outside for Thomas. Williams, Cole defending. Shot clock at 6. From 17 feet out. Here's Jones. And they pick up 2.
Takes great angles when crashing the glass. Jones has mastered the art of rebounding.
Outside Vivians. Robinson. To the right side. Here's Egbo. Guarded by Jones. Pass to Vivians. Good D by DeWanna Bonner.
You know, typically she has the touch to finish when she's in that tight. Not sure what happened there.
And here's Thomas, covered by Smith. Foul call that time on the way up. And that'll give her 2 chances at the
personal foul, teams first.
And it's going to be on Alyssa Smith. So far in the game, she's 0 for 2 at the line.
Alyssa Thomas. 2 shots.
And the first one falls for her. She's off on the second. The Fever with the lead. Down low. Here's Cannon. And she floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, Destiny Henderson is so skilled at seeing the whole floor.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Heidemann. Jones. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Now you can tell Jones knows when it's time to dominate. Go inside and take charge of the paint.
Now here's Angsler. Now Hull. She's guarded by Williams.
In the third. 2 minutes.
And here's Angsler. Here's Henderson. From about 10 feet out. And Jones pulls it down.
She's having all sorts of problems with her shot.
Yeah, the words ice and cold come to mind with the way she's shooting the ball.
Sharp pass to set up the very high percentage shot in close.
Timeout called.
Timeout for the Fever.
Indiana with the ball. Pass to Angsler. Henderson with it. Now here's Angsler. Covered by Carrington. Smith outside. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Jones. Smith, no good. And so here's Connecticut. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
So tough. Sims is a throwback player, really. A guard more comfortable banging inside than chucking up threes.
Pass to Angsler. Smith, guarded by Jones. And here's Cannon. Shoots over Jones. Indiana again missing.
Unusual miss. Typically her skill on the inside trumps average defense.
Outside Sims. And she uses the glass on the layup.
Well, Sims has some of the best handles in the league, and she's just so productive when the ball's in her hands.
And they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, cold stretch offensively. They need a bucket.
Now here's Henderson. She's covered closely. Pass to Smith. Now here's Henderson. They need this. It's good from long range.
And we know Henderson can drain it from deep. And if we remember it, well, the defense, they must remember it.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, this is what being on the same page looks like. Fantastic feed and a heads-up play all around.
And how can you not be a fan of a sequence like that? This is what beautiful basketball is all about.
Yeah, unselfishness, just wonderful stuff.
Okay, fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one with both sides coming to play so far. Bonner outside. Back to Williams. Heedman. Bonner outside. Over to the left wing. To the paint. Deflected. Now Robinson. To the inside. Here's Cannon. Guarded by Jones. And foul called as she misses.
Second personal foul. First
That's
team
on
foul.
Jones.
Shooting for Indiana, Emma Cannon. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And they now lead as the free throw drops for her. And here's Connecticut. Pass to Williams. Bonner, covered by Vivians. Here's Thomas. Here's Heidemann. Over Hole. Heidemann, no good. Now here's Hole. Bonner defending. Now Robinson. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for the Fever, Emma Cannon. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And she makes the first, but misses the second.
Her one miss there could be important. There's a big difference between a 2-point lead and a 3-point lead.
Now here's Bonner. On the wing, Courtney Williams. 6 on the shot clock. 14 feet out. Egbo pulls it in.
Well, she didn't have a hand in her face, so I thought she was for sure going to bury that.
Pass to Robinson. And here's Cannon. The second chance effort, and the layup is good.
Emma Cannon.
She's got a great read of where that miss was going, and that enabled her to be the first player to it and get the putback.
Here's Heidemann. Bonner outside. Heedman, count it.
That's the unselfishness coaches love to see. If defenses lock in on Bonner, she's more than happy to distribute.
Now here's Robinson. Outside Vivians. Robinson. The shot, no good. And Connecticut will go the other way with it. Outside Williams. Thomas, right side. Outside Williams. Back to Thomas. Yes! Courtney Williams with the assist that time. And that'll tie this game up. Outside Robinson. Pass to Vivians. To Thomas with the rebound. And so here's Connecticut. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter of play and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That'll get the ref's attention.
You have to make sure your feet are set. When you set those screens, they'll get you for it.
I thought maybe she was set. Now, I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think maybe they got that one wrong.
Now here's Smith. Poked away. Now here's Robinson. Defense is right there. Oops, there's the 24-second violation, so they'll turn it over. And here's Heidemann. Down low. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Robinson. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Jones outside. Pass to Heidemann. Jones. Here's Heidemann. Cole defending. 6 to shoot. Now here's Bonner. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
On offense, Bonner is just relentless. Refuses to back off and drains a much-needed bucket.
Now a timeout called by Indiana. to Smith. Back to Robinson. Smith. She's covered by Thomas. Clock at 6. Smith, no good. And just a tiny lead for them.
A chance to make it a little bigger right here, though.
Here's Bonner. It's good.
Don't underestimate Bonner's big shot ability. She's a reliable scoring option down the stretch.
Smith, right side. Shoots over Thomas. Again, the miss by the Fever. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
And no need to rush it. Play smart.
And an intentional foul right there.
Second team foul. Shooting for your Connecticut Sun, Natisha Heineman at the line for 2.
And she misses the first one. Boy, she really wanted that one to fall. And no luck that time either. Outside Robinson. Pass to Smith. Outside Robinson. To end the run. Courtney Williams with the defensive effort. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, they had to do that. You just can't let them dribble it out.
Definitely. Got to stop the clock any way possible and just hope they short arm a few of their free throws.
It's a good foul, and it's a good point in this situation to make them hit their shots.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And no luck at the stripe this time. Second miss. Timeout called the Fever. Your thoughts, guys?
Time is the big factor here. You need to get the points fast and then foul.
Yeah, Tim, and it has to be a quick foul. Every second is critical at this stage.
Yeah, they cannot waste any time if they want to come back.
Robinson. And the foul on Robinson. That's foul number 2 for her.
Great play to sacrifice her body, take the charge, giving up her body for the team.
And really a heads-up play as well. Reads the play nicely and gets in the perfect position.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Fourth personal foul. Fourth team foul. Shooting for your Connecticut Sun, Courtney Williams. Taking 2 shots.
She hits the first one, and that puts them up 5.
Not a huge recruit at a high school going to a mid-major. Courtney Williams has beat the odds. Now she's one of the rising stars in the WNBA.
So she gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Now that's how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Oh. So we get to see the Sun get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked, but it's a win nonetheless.
And I think the fans gave them an emotional boost. They really needed down the stretch. This crowd was with them all the way.
And that'll wrap it up